Here comes an O. No, an
Really?
Who?
She made the one movie called Honeymoon, and then she directed all the Fear Street movies for Netflix.
No, literally who?
Yeah.
Mary Lambert.
Oh, Mary Lambert.
Let's hear it. Okay.
Maybe I'm not ready since you won't tell me what we're talking about.
I mean, it defeats the purpose of me telling you what we're doing, because then you psych yourself out. You're like, okay, what's on me? Oh, look, Joanne's streaming it right towards.
Yeah.
I had to change some of the names and stuff here because they were kind of cringe, but this is much easier for me to understand and for you to understand. S tier all the way down to literally who tier. All right.
Oh God.
Okay. Easy. Because I was thinking about horror. I was thinking about horror like today, and I'm like, yeah, I consider myself pretty well versed in horror. All right. So now my qualifications, because I'm gonna have to start this with my qualifications. Would you say specifically saying that you and me, our primary genre is horror?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. So that's my qualification. I consider myself very well versed in horror. I consider myself a connoisseur of horror.
There's always more to learn, dude.
Always more to learn, but also,
especially, I feel like I still need more Italian movies.
Yes, more Giallo movies.
Not enough
please.
Time in the day.
Just put more Giallos onto my plate, waiter. Please, more Giallos.
Yeah.
Please put more Giallos. Okay. So while I was thinking of horror, and what prompted this is because I remember the movie Barbarian, and I thought to myself, I kind of like that movie. I thought that movie was pretty good. Yeah. And then that guy is making
would approve
a new movie called Weapons, which apparently is done, and they screened it like last year somewhere, because there's a couple of people walking around that are like under NDA to not talk about it, but the teaser stuff is coming out, and that movie's coming out in August. So that got me thinking, well, what makes a good horror director? Because this guy, the guy that made Barbarian, was on Whitest Kids You Know, and that was where he kind of like, oh man, it's like, I don't particularly care what his credentials are, but I will tell you, this isn't a coincidence, because Peele from Key and Peele was also kind of like a comedy guy, and he does really good horror movies.
Right.
So that got me thinking, like, oh, well, what makes a good horror director? And that's where I Googled this, and I was like, oh, I could do something with this. Okay. So I purposely have not exposed who these guys are, and it's self-explanatory.
Well, it still says your stream is minimized. I can't see it.
Oh, you can't actually see it?
No.
That's weird.
Oh.
What?
That's just black.
Oh.
And I hear myself.
You are having all sorts of tech issues over there. Hold on.
It's all on you, dude.
What do you mean it's all on me?
I mean, get someone else in here.
There you go. Okay. So, from S tier to literally who tier, because there's going to be some lists. I didn't make this list. I only changed the names because I had some cringe Reddit names on it. I just made it a little bit more understandable, like S tier.
Reddit names?
Yeah, it had like goat of all horror or some shit like that. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, no.
Like what I have for A was like dark horse. I'm like, nah, I don't know what that means. Means. So from S tier to literally who tier, because there's gonna be some guy that this guy's like, no, I googled horror director names and I put this guy here because people know him, right? So purposely haven't exposed who the horror director is. I haven't even seen this list of horror directors. I saw one name on there that I recognized. But your job in this discussion is not only to help me kind of like, well, what makes a good horror director, but also you're gonna be my go-to Google guy that tells me, what did this guy make? Because I don't fucking know what these guys made. I don't know who's on this list. Anyways, you got it?
Let's see what's we got here.
Number one right here, Alexander Aja. Who?
Oh, French extremist, man.
Okay. What
He
movie?
did the Hills Have Eyes remake,
The remake.
which is actually which is better than the original in my opinion.
All right, I'm gonna put that
And he
in.
did High Tension,
High Tension.
and he's done some other stuff. Yeah, the French movie
Okay.
with the twist ending I hate.
Okay. I'm putting him on B because I remember the Hills.
He did that remake of that Japanese movie with the mirrors. I think it's called Mirrors.
All of these.
Really good, cool kill scene in it, but the rest of it was garbage.
Okay. All of this is just squarely puts him in B because I like the remake for Hills Have Eyes. That's the only movie I've seen from him though.
He did. No, wait, is this directing?
Just
I like that
director.
movie. Let me double check here. Give me a second.
Just director.
Yeah, he directed Crawl.
Did you like
the Gator
Crawl?
movie? I liked Crawl. Yeah, I like.
Okay,
Crawl.
well that means he stays in B instead of going down to C because you like
Yeah.
Crawl. I thought Crawl was.
You don't like Crawl?
I thought Crawl was. That's what I felt like. I'm already seeing problems with this list coming up, but I'm not gonna talk about it. Okay, Fede Alvarez.
Yeah, we'll talk.
I recognize that name.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Tell me.
Evil Dead remake.
Tell me more.
That movie with the blind guy who wants to impregnate people or whatever.
Silence. I think.
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe or something like that. Okay.
Yeah, Alien Romulus.
Oh, this guy's on D. Oh no. Oh no. You shouldn't have told me that, dude. You said Alien Romulus, that guy's in D tier. I knew I recognized that name actually. Now that you told me, listen, let me tell you about Alien Romulus while I got you here, okay? We talked extensively about this movie.
Come on.
Okay, fine. I'm not gonna talk about it. All right, fine. He's on D.
Yeah.
Do you agree or disagree with my assessment? I like Don't Breathe, actually. I thought it was okay.
I haven't seen Don't Breathe.
Okay, he stays
And
in
the
D.
Evil Dead remake was okay, but
You tell me.
yeah, I can't make the case for him.
Okay. Ari
I'm
Aster,
not going to.
tentatively A. Tentatively A.
Okay.
I know who Ari Aster is. I
Yeah.
love his movies. However,
Yeah. Oh well, I haven't seen
Bo is afraid. That's what keeps him from being an S
Yeah.
for me. Because
Yeah, but two masterpiece movies right out the gate. I mean, I don't know.
but what if Bo is afraid is just like really bad?
My understanding is that movie is actually amazing. You just need a lot of patience for it.
Okay.
Which is why I think we should watch it.
Oh, I think we should watch it too. I think you're right.
My understanding is that he put so much into it that people are rewatching it and discovering more. So
Sure.
I don't know. I just think it was too long and dense
Okay.
to like do well.
But
I could be wrong. It could be garbage, but I don't think so.
we're at like he's knocked him out of the park, and then Bo is afraid is like, well, I don't know about this one. I have to watch it. I haven't seen his whole filmography, but we're talking specifically about horror movies right now,
Sure.
right? So
Yeah.
I think A is good. If Bo is afraid was even a 7 out of 10, he'd be an S because that would be 3 knockout out of the park.
My gut is he's probably an S, but
Okay.
well, I'm okay with
We'll come
it
back to
now.
it.
Yeah.
Clive Barker, movie director.
I know you don't like Hellraiser, but I really like Hellraiser 1.
What else?
Freaking I like all his movies.
You like all his movies?
I do.
Would you put him in A or
Reed,
S?
The directors. I'm just gonna put it B.
B. You want him in B?
But
This point.
he can't go below B.
No, I agree. He can't go because Clive Barker is a man who I respect, but maybe I don't see eye to eye with his vision on his movies.
I still think I love Hellraiser.
Okay.
That was the most unadulterated Clive Barker movie we got.
Okay.
He got a lot of interference after that,
Sure.
especially in Nightbreed, and then his third movie, which I still like considering, but they really fucked with it hard. Is what the hell's the name of it? It's dang it, the name will come to me, but I like that movie, but it's a little more pulpy and not as serious, and the studio really fucked that one.
I mean, I like I like pulpy.
Yeah,
I like
what
pulpy
the
movies.
hell? It's a good movie. I haven't seen the director's cut, which I hear is better, but it's I'm gonna find it. I swear.
I mean, look it up or read it. But Clive Barker is a name I recognize, and he's a man whose talent I can respect.
Lord of Illusions.
Okay, but I would not put him. I would not put him lower than B, but I would not put him higher than A. I would leave him right smack at a high B is what I would leave Clive Barker.
I agree, and I just wish he'd made more movies.
Yeah, sure. Maybe
He got burned so hard. He's like fucked out.
Maybe make more of his own movies without with minimal. There's
That's
people
what
on this
Bullet
list
Club did.
that have done their own movies and they've gotten away with it, and maybe they weren't successful, but they're their vision of whatever they want.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna leave him be. We're still
Let's just
ruminating.
go to one you don't know.
Okay, right away. What did Scott Derrickson?
You don't know what Scott?
Okay, what did he
Derrickson
do?
did?
I don't know. I don't recognize his name.
He did Sinister
Sinister.
and the Black Phone.
Okay, so he's like what, a B?
Yeah, and he did some other stuff.
I like Sinister.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good movie.
that's the one with the Bagul, right?
No,
I was confused that with.
was
yes,
it?
Yes, that is. Yeah.
No, I don't want to have this conversation again because I'm
We
gonna.
always confuse
I'm gonna-
Sinister and Insidious.
That's why I'm saying.
Sinister is the one with the cameras and the kids.
That's why I'm saying. Like, I don't want to get. I don't want to have this conversation again because
Okay.
it always comes back
That's
to the
him.
same thing.
That's him. He also did The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oops. See, I like that movie.
Yeah, I like.
Wait,
that
the
movie.
remake or the original?
The original.
The original.
There's a remake
I think so.
of The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Maybe I'm confusing that with another exorcism movie because there's so
many
of them.
So many, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Let's just go down the list. That was like the one that immediately jumped out at me.
Yeah.
Tim Burton. Would you really call him a horror movie director?
No, well,
I'm tempted to put him on literally who. Not because I don't know who he
you
is.
can't put him there.
D then.
I don't even. He shouldn't be on the horror list, but I mean, there's moments in the original Beetlejuice that
Or startling.
are kind of horror adjacent. It's just it's too playful of a tone to really be scary.
Yeah.
Unless there's a Tim Burton movie I'm missing.
I know of, Tim Burton has never done a straight horror movie.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think he's done a combination.
Let me double check here.
Okay.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Large Marge. I mean, bonus points. Okay,
Not for horror stuff.
for Large Marge.
Is that a horror movie?
No. That section of Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
I see what you're saying.
Beetlejuice, a little bit of horror, not too. Batman, no. Edward, no. Batman, no. Edward, no. Mars Attacks, not
Horrifying, but not horror.
really. Yeah, it's definitely just over its top. Sleepy Hollow. The movie is actually kind of creepy.
Okay.
I actually really like that movie.
I think that movie was okay. I liked it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I thought it was okay.
So let's just put him in C.
You want him in C.
I want him in C
Okay.
for what he's done to horror, and he didn't make one horror movie, which was pretty good.
Okay. Look, I can respect that.
Yeah.
This next one.
And if he makes another straight horror movie, yeah, no. Well, yeah.
the-
He fucked up near the end, but that's okay.
there's no question in my mind that John Carpenter is immediately an S
No,
tier.
we're
Unapologetic
Yeah,
about
he's a master.
John Carpenter gets put right on this fucking list because, like, he
The Thing
owns.
and Halloween alone.
Yeah.
So it's true.
And not just Halloween 3. You know what I mean?
Well, he didn't direct that one, but yeah,
No, it's true. Okay.
he was involved in it.
I'm just saying, like, unquestionably in S tier. There's one or two other ones that are on this list that I would go unquestionably in S tier. There's one coming up that I think you and I are going to fight about.
Oh God, okay.
Okay. I recognize his name, but I don't know what he's done.
Who?
Don Coscarelli?
Don Coscarelli.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What?
Phantasm.
Oh, he's
Mainly what
Phantasm.
Bubba Hotep.
Okay, so he's
John dies at the end.
So he's like an easy A for you.
You know, honestly, yeah. I think of all the movie, even though Phantasm's batshit crazy, I feel like of all the horror franchises, it probably get the best overall to keep the tone.
I mean, I like Phantasm, but I've only seen the first one.
I like most of them. I think the last one was a little wild, but that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if he did John Dies at the End and Phantasm, I mean...
Yeah, and Bubba Hotep.
And Bubba Hotep, yeah. Although, yeah, okay.
He's also another guy who, I mean, it helped because he had parents who helped give him money at the start, but he's done movies his own way.
Okay.
His whole career.
Right,
He's the guy people will be like, oh yeah, he only films on weekends, and he just keeps it going.
Sure. Okay.
Production going for a while, and I'm like, oh, dang.
Got it. All right. Next up, Wes Craven.
Shit, dude. I don't know.
Give me your favorite Wes Craven movie.
My favorite Wes Craven movie?
Yes.
It's probably New Nightmare.
New
honestly.
Nightmare.
I
know you're in. Look, this is your. Okay, you're the Nightmare on Elm Street guy.
It's so hard to pick one because, like, look, the original Scream is so important to horror and bringing back slashers.
Yeah,
and it's a great fucking movie.
Sure.
You know,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Obviously, the original Nightmare on Elm Street is probably one of my favorites. I like what New Nightmare just because I love meta stuff.
Sure.
But I don't know. This is a guy who reinvented himself. Has made so many damn things. He's had some missteps, sure.
Yeah.
He needs to be an A or he needs to be an S.
You want him an A or S?
Yeah.
Look, I really like the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
I consider that to be a definitive movie.
Yeah.
In the structure of horror.
Right.
Okay. After that,
you're not a Scream fan?
I'm a Scream fan, but of like 1 and 2.
Right.
So that's if you just.
Well, you haven't seen 4 though, right?
No. If you just count those 3 movies, Sam, then this guy's like an S tier. But
it's true.
But we know that that's not all he did.
Well, okay, look, Last House on the Left, influential for its time. I don't really like it these days.
Sure.
Hills Have Eyes, again, when it came out, amazing. I think the remake's a little better.
Okay.
I hear Deadly Friend is good, but I never watched it.
All right.
Hills Have Eyes Part 2 is just batshit crazy. Shocker has a special place in my heart.
Shocker is your movie, yeah. It's not really scary.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
People Under the Stairs, not really scary. I don't know, dude. I feel like he should be an A.
Look, if you want him an A, I will leave him an A.
You put him in A. I'm not gonna fight for him to be an S, although in my heart I feel like he should be there. Just
okay.
But
A for me is fine because again, it's a name that I can respect and then close my eyes as we go through his filmography. It's like no, and then I open him again. It's like, oh my god, he made Scream, and then I close my eyes again. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I think the one everyone likes to bring up is Cursed. A werewolf movie.
Oh,
apparently horrible. Had so many production issues.
It's fine. We're not here to poo-poo these directors, all right? Okay, now this one's a hard one. Because we're talking about Cronenberg as a director.
That's not hard, is it?
I mean, he's known for other things aside from directing.
Well, he did. I mean, that's what he's mainly known for, though, is directing.
Sure. So we want him in S? Because the man's a visionary. It
He
just
is.
happens that his vision is like visions of hell,
Yeah.
which I'm fine with it. We're talking about horror movies,
I've
baby.
I've never watched a Cronenberg movie that I've been like, oh, this is bad. I'm always like, dang.
There's been a
Yeah, you're gonna have to put him in this.
okay, because there's a couple of Cronenberg movies. I've never watched a bad Cronenberg movie for sure.
No,
but there's been a couple of Cronenberg movies where I wag my finger at the TV and I'm like, "Oh, Cronenberg, you crazy guy, you crazy guy."
Yeah.
Okay, why is Joe Dante here?
Because he's a big on horror. He does a lot of interviews and stuff, and like,
But does he direct horror? Because that I know of, Gremlins
yeah,
is his movie.
mainly Gremlin. Well, Piranha too.
Uh-huh.
I think. The Howling,
Howling
and obviously Gremlins. Yeah,
Howling the
the
first
night-
one.
yeah, the first.
Okay.
Yeah, he directed them.
So what do you feel? You feeling like a solid A here?
The whole.
The
I
whole.
really. Yeah, that's a 2009. I never watched it, but that looks like it's horror.
Come. Look, I know this man. I know Joe Dante as Gremlins guy. I also know
Yeah.
him to be a puppeteer of sorts. I think he's the one that does the creates the puppets and stuff for his own movies.
He didn't.
He didn't?
There was a team.
Oh, there was a
pretty
team.
sure.
Okay.
For Gremlins, yeah.
Okay. Look,
I really love Joe Dante. He brings a lot of fun to horror. Gremlins is still a horror movie.
okay.
Howling, it's a solid movie.
So you want him in A
I'll
then?
put him at B.
You want him at B?
I'm gonna put him
You
at
want
B.
him to be okay.
Really, he's B plus plus plus.
Okay.
You know,
We can
the
sort
reason
these.
why I'm having such. I don't know if you've ever heard Joe Dante speak.
What about it?
He is just such a nice, insightful guy,
Sure.
and it's very hard for me to be like, yeah, that's a B guy right there.
Okay. Do you want these?
So solid.
Look. Do you want these ordered?
No, we could no.
Okay.
We're good for
Because we could. All right. Guillermo del
Give me
Toro.
a sec.
Now, I'm gonna have to say this man's an A. I particularly like his vision.
Yeah.
I particularly like Guillermo del Toro's vision.
Yeah.
I think sometimes the expectation of what he is capable of sometimes does not sell tickets
Sure.
because they see the name that they recognize and then they go and he has his vision on screen and they're like, well, this isn't Pan's Labyrinth.
I mean, yeah. I mean, let's just go through here, real quick. Kronos,
Okay.
great fucking vampire movie.
Yeah.
First one,
Yeah.
great. Mimic, never watched it. Got really messed with by the studios, but I still hear it's okay.
Okay.
I mean, it had its own franchise. The Devil's Backbone, amazing ghost story. Blade 2, a little more fun, but still, I mean, those vampires are terrifying.
Sure.
It was definitely scarier than Blade 1.
That's for sure.
Hellboy, not scary, but I love it. Pan's Labyrinth, I mean, it's Pan's Labyrinth.
That's the big one.
Yeah. We skipped that. Pacific Rim doesn't really count. Crimson Peak, I really like that movie.
You did?
I don't think it did that well.
Okay.
And then Shape of Water, Love Story, didn't watch it. Nightmare Alley, I hear is a good remake, but I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
And Pinocchio doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, he's definitely A.
Yeah, I'll leave him an A.
Yes.
I'll leave him an A.
I don't know if he if he nails his Frankenstein movie, I'd see it.
I want nothing but the best for this man.
Same.
But, he doesn't get to be an S tier just because, well, really. We're looking.
Yeah, and then I don't know if because some of these guys are more TV guys.
That's fine.
We need to talk a little bit about that.
Sure. Okay.
Because Guillermo doesn't direct any of those episodes of this TV show, which I also like a lot.
Okay.
So that's fine. And one thing to note, Dante's there, and some of these guys are here because they're part of the Masters of Horror TV series.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Well, off the top of my list,
Don Coscarelli's on Masters of Horror. Stuart Gordon, Toby Hooper, Dario Argento, Nick Garris, Joe Dante, John Landis, William Malone, Lucky McKee, Larry Cohen, John McNaughton.
I mean, the very fact that Dario Argento is not on this list is already just peeving.
Why isn't he there?
Yeah, like I doesn't understand. Look, we'll get to there. All right, we'll get to there. Let's
Tom Holland.
Who's okay? What? Remind me what Brian De Palma made.
Carrie.
That's it.
Because Brian De Palma did a fucking lot of stuff, but his main horror movie is Carrie.
It's looking like a C for me, brother.
Because I've never seen Carrie.
I've seen Carries, as in like there's tons of Carrie remakes.
Because it's like, I don't know. Let me look up a list because he's got so many movies. Let me see what's horror.
Sure. You let me know.
But I guarantee you he's on that list because of Carrie.
He needs to be on this list because he made more than one thing.
According to this, he made 4 horror movies.
Go on.
Phantom of the Paradise, Carrie, The Fury, and Dress to Kill.
I recognize one of those movies.
Which one?
Carrie.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never seen the other ones. And, I don't know, Dress to Kill doesn't really sound like a horror movie.
No, it really doesn't. It's looking like a C for me, brother.
Phantom of the Paradise is a rock musical comedy horror film.
It's looking like a C to me, dude.
The Fury is... I don't even know about this plot, so psychic bullshit.
Okay.
And Dress to Kill is an erotic psychological thriller film. Yeah, it's like,
This man might be in D.
Yeah.
This might be in D because
I never watched Carrie, so
Carrie's an okay movie.
I can't defend him.
Carrie's a good movie. A good bordering bordering on good movie. All right.
So Brian De Palma is a super influential director.
Uh-huh.
Not in horror.
Uh-huh.
Just period.
Okay.
He did the first Mission Impossible, did Carlito's Way. He did Scarface, Touchables. Blowout is one a lot of movie guys like. Raising Cain, I guess, is another horror one he did.
I eat there sometimes. It's a pretty good restaurant.
Yeah, so I don't know. Super influential director.
Not for horror.
But for horror, I don't think he did that much.
Not for horror. If this was a best directors of all time list, maybe he could be higher than D. Maybe he could be higher than D. Robert Eggers.
Why the fuck are you putting him in C?
Remind me.
What do you mean remind
me what he made? You know I'm bad with names.
What do you mean?
What did he make?
The Vivage? The Lighthouse? Nosferatu?
For the
Norseman?
For the record here. For the record, Sam.
What?
I know he did all that, but I need you to tell me what movies he makes because I can't just unless they're like John Carpenter. Like he goes in S, obviously.
Okay.
Obviously, he goes in S. There's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't think about the Lighthouse. Like for Christ's sake.
Sure. Yeah.
Mike Flanagan.
I don't know, dude. Anyone who made Midnight Mass is S tier for me.
You really liked Midnight.
I really liked
Midnight Mass, dude. Okay, can I get something else he made aside from Midnight Mass?
Well, yeah, Haunting on Hill House. I know the ending really pissed me off because I felt it should have been depressing.
The remake.
It's still an amazing series.
Right?
The series.
The series. I'm gonna say he's an A because of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he's A because I really didn't like that.
Well, he also did a movie I know you liked.
Mm-hmm.
Gerald's Game
I really like that movie.
and Hush, which was a good movie.
Hush was which one?
The girl who can't hear.
Oh,
I think.
that one had a lot of potential to it. I liked it.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad movie.
It's good.
I like Gerald's Game because it has, okay, look, Gerald's Game has problems. Gerald's Game's biggest problem is at the very end of the movie. So if I could just cut that part out of the movie that I didn't like, everything else is like a 10 out of 10.
I agree. That was my only problem with Haunting a Hill House.
Well, the man doesn't know how to end a movie is what I'm hearing.
No. Well, I like the ending too, Midnight Mass.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm saying A.
Okay.
I'm just saying A.
He might prove otherwise later.
Maybe we'll revisit it.
He's got a lot of things in the fire right now. So.
Sure. Alex Garland.
And I haven't seen the Fallout House of Usher. That's a name that's very familiar to me, but I can't remember what he did specifically.
Let me hear it once you Google it.
Oh, okay.
What? I'm terrible with names. You know that.
Ex Machina.
I really like Ex Machina.
Annihilation.
This man's an ass. This man is an ass tier. I know I recognize his name.
Civil War and Warfare, which are out right now.
Only two of those movies are horror movies.
Yeah, only two of those are horror.
Did you see Civil War, by the way?
No.
You really should watch that movie.
Yeah, and I've wanted to watch Warfare too.
Oh, I need to watch Warfare. I hear people are saying that movie is fucking great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So amazing director, for sure. I mean, I don't know how much horror he's made.
Well, two. Deus Ex, he made Ex Machina, which is a great movie. They made Annihilation, which is a great movie. Those are all. Yeah. He's 2 out of 2 for me.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna take your word.
Look, I'm the presenter. I get to be a little biased. I really like Civil War.
Okay.
I think that people that didn't understand what that movie was trying to say are either poisoned, like irony poisoned by the internet, or they're Redditors. And even Reddit was like, I like this movie, so I don't know what to tell you.
No. Okay.
We need to watch Civil War. It's a good ass fucking movie. Right?
I don't know. Something's just rubbing me the wrong way. I have Mike Flanagan and A and Alex Garland in this, but
you put him in A.
Your presenter by it.
No. We'll put him in A because you're right. He shouldn't be next to Robert Eggers. But I will tell you, I really, really like what horror movies he made.
No. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Adam Green. Remind me.
You know who he is.
Remind me.
So look, I'm just gonna say right now that I'm biased for Adam Green and Jill Lynch because I love their fucking podcast.
All right.
As far as horror, I mean, I don't know what you've seen of his. He's mainly known for the Hatchet series.
Yeah, I've heard of the Hatchet series,
which is like
was it horror?
It is horror, but it's definitely on the comedic side of slashers.
All right.
But the last one he made was definitely more horror than anything.
What is it? The last Hatchet?
The last movie in the series, yeah. It's called Victor Crowley.
Oh, I actually know about that movie.
And then he made Frozen, which was the people trapped on a ski lift.
That's horror, as far as I know.
And Digging Up the Marrow.
That's horror, as far as I know.
Which, that one for sure.
So you like this guy?
I do like this guy a lot.
Do you want him in B or A?
Don't make me say it. Just put where you think he should go.
I put him there, and I'll tell you why. It's because when I looked at all his just filmography, none of those movies were like must watch.
I feel if you're a slasher fan, that all the Hatchets are must watches.
Okay. Maybe we'll revisit the Hatchet series. Maybe I will revisit that series, and I will let you know.
Unfortunately, it's a case of the first one's probably the roughest of them.
Sure.
For sure. 2 is great. 3 is pretty good. He didn't direct that one. He had someone else help him. And then 4, I think, is the best of the series.
It's rare for that to happen.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Alfred Hitchcock for me, automatic guess.
Yeah, no,
Automatic guess for me. But let's re-examine that real quick because we need to have
enough time.
Well, we definitely do because we're looking only for horror movies, right? And there's some that he did that I would not consider to be horror movies. What he did for horror,
so many damn movies.
Sure, but okay, like Psycho, obviously, Birds, obviously, The Birds, obviously. I don't know how you feel about this. I don't know if you've even watched it, but
probably haven't.
Have you seen Vertigo?
No.
We need to watch Vertigo then.
Yeah, I've been meaning to.
That's, I mean, I think I showed you Psycho.
Yes.
Okay. I actually like all the Psycho movies. I think they bring enough separate things to make them worth a watch.
Well,
look, the man could direct. All right.
If that's the case,
what?
Why don't you just bring in Tom Holland?
Well, we'll get there. We will get there. Look, we're talking about his classics, his greats, okay?
Right.
Because the man directed a lot of shit. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean he directed a lot of stuff. There is a case for horror here that is Psycho, which is a horror movie. Birds, which is a horror movie.
Yeah.
Vertigo, I would not consider a horror movie, but I would consider it to be a suspense movie. And I would consider Rear Window to be a suspense movie.
Yeah.
After that, it kind of gets a little muddy because something like Dial M for Murder is kind of.
Well, I hear that Rope.
Yeah,
is really good.
Yeah, Rope is really good.
I haven't watched it.
I would I'm not sure I would call that a horror movie. It's more like a thriller. But look, he gets to be S because Psycho just completely revolutionized the face of cinema forever. How about that? How about if you make one movie that just completely changes the landscape of the visual and audio field, then you get to be an S tier.
Well, then Wes should be an S.
S, just for that. Just for that. One down. No. Okay, here's your boy, Tom Holland. What do you want to tell me about him?
Well, no, I was bringing up Tom Holland because he wrote Psycho too.
Sure, but what did he direct?
Fright Night.
And?
Child's Play.
Okay.
That's about it.
Man gets put in C tier for that.
I love Fright Night, dude.
Dude, I like Fright Night.
Child's Play. I mean, obviously, I like it, but
dude, that's why you got put in C tier for me. Sorry, but I like the original.
What about the TV movie Thinner?
Look, I like the original Child's Play. No, but I read the book and I know what it's about. That's fine. Look,
yeah, I'm okay with
the original Child's Play is a traditional horror movie.
Sure.
That's why it's a scary movie, is because it's a traditional horror movie. There's some scenes of that I still creep me out even to this day.
That's true.
Everything else after that, I'm not even looking at it, because if I was looking at it, progressively down the list. All right.
No.
Chucky movies.
He didn't make that much movie. He only made Child's Play 1.
Oh, okay. So then he gets to stay at C.
Yeah.
Come.
He made Fright Night, Fatal Beauty, which isn't horror, Child's Play, The Temp, which is a psychological thriller, then Dinner. So he's only made 3 horror things.
Yeah, but only one of them stuck with me. Okay, 2 of them stuck with it. Fright Night and Child's Play.
Yeah, Child's Play.
Okay, look, I'll be reasonable about this. B.
Although the original creator of Chucky doesn't like him.
That's fine.
And that's Don Mancini. He's here too.
All right. That's a name I recognize. Look, he gets to be B because I like the original Child's Play. All right.
Okay. I'll agree.
I like the original Child's Play. I like Fright Night. I think they're good movies. Mm-hmm. Okay, Toby Hooper.
I mean, you already said it. He's got to be us.
For the purposes of
just based off Texas Chainsaw.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure we're on the same.
Yeah,
Look,
I mean, like,
Toby Hooper
yeah.
gets to be at S rank uncontested because
and he made Poltergeist too,
because he made
I mean,
Poltergeist, but obviously because he made Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
yeah,
which revolutionized
yeah, absolutely,
the face
yeah,
of cinema
so,
forever.
there's
However,
no argument. Yeah.
One thing I want you to keep in mind about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that movie may as well be rated PG. The original.
Oh, I know, but
Okay.
yeah, that's proof you don't need that.
No, I know.
You know?
No, it's fine. Okay, this is my genuine, literally who. Who?
Yeah, who the hell is that?
Okay, Google it up. Let me know who it is.
Janiac?
Here comes an O. No. An
Really?
Who?
She made the one movie called Honeymoon, and then she directed all the Fear Street movies for Netflix.
No. Literally who?
Yeah.
Mary Lambert.
Oh, Mary Lambert.
Let's hear it.
Well, I'm pretty sure that she directed American Psycho, but and some other.
Oh,
things
this
she's
is
done
that
a lot.
girl.
Yeah, but give me a sec. Or maybe that was someone else. No, I'm confused. Oh no, it's Pet Cemetery. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
The
The original?
1 and 2, the originals.
It's not looking good for Miss Lambert.
Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge, S tier.
It's not looking good for Miss Lambert.
Nah, I mean, Pet Cemetery 1 was okay.
It was okay, but then the other ones you just listed were not.
No, yeah.
She's safe from literally who tier only because I recognize her name.
Right. Who the hell's the director of American Psycho?
I don't know, but I think it's another woman, and I'll tell you why.
It is. I know. It
Okay,
is. Oh, Mary Harron. Sorry.
cool.
Two Marys.
She's named after a bird.
Harron.
Never mind.
Anyways.
Christopher Landon.
That sounds familiar.
Let's hear it. Tempted to put him in literally who, but I kind of recognize that name.
Yeah. Oh, it's newer stuff.
Give me one.
Give me a sec. Try to give him the Paranormal Activity, the marked ones.
Ooh, that
Scout
shit.
Guide
Ooh.
to the Zombie Apocalypse. That's actually a good movie. Happy Death Day. Happy Death Day to you, Freaky.
How do you feel about those movies?
Rob? You know, I have the feeling that I will greatly enjoy Happy Death Day to you and Freaky. I just haven't seen them because I think taking the concept of Freaky Friday and turning it into a horror movie is fucking.
It's pretty funny.
Funny, yeah. I'm like, I really want to watch that.
Unfortunately, that's detriments against him because I want it to be scary.
But he's mainly a Blumhouse guy, so I don't know.
Oh man, this have put him straight in D, dude. You shouldn't have told me that. You shouldn't have told me he's a Blumhouse guy. That puts him right in D.
Yeah, he's a Blumhouse guy.
Puts him right in D.
But I do really like Scout's Guide to the Apocalypse. Fun movie.
Okay. Damien Leone.
I mean, Terrifier Man himself. I don't know where the hell you put him.
Look, you tell me. You saw Terrifier 3. I did not see Terrifier 3.
I liked it.
Okay. Is that all you got?
You know, I'm going to make the argument that he needs to at least be B because I feel like making an unrated slasher franchise work in theaters is just, you know, that's an accomplishment.
Mm-hmm. Counterpoint.
For sure.
Counterpoint. I hated Terrifier 2.
1 and 2?
No, 2. I like Terrifier 1. I actually think Terrifier 1 is one of the must-watch.
You know, I rewatched 2 and I liked it a little more.
I did not like that movie at all.
Yeah, I was with you too because I was getting kind of bored and I was like, I don't know if he needed all this scare. He was trying to work on what he saw as faults. I think he learned more in 3, especially. He kind of blended it better.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. I like Terrifier a lot.
So your argument is no lower than B?
Yeah, just because again, making a modern slasher icon, and he is an icon now, whether you want him to be or not.
I don't know. I mean, I want people to be known for good stuff, and I only see one good movie out of this guy.
That's really all he's done.
Just one good movie, which is Terrifier.
Yeah, the whole Terrifier series.
And I like Terrifier.
Haven't seen 3.
No, I'm talking just about the original Terrifier. I don't foresee that I will ever see Terrifier 3 unless I hear better than that. It's okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
All right.
I might watch it again.
Look, I'll leave him at B in deference of you. You've seen his old filmography. You like his stuff a little bit more than I do. Much more than I do, I would say, because I came away with a fully negative experience from Terrifier 2. I did not like that movie at all.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Joe Lynch, dude, I can't tell you where to put him.
Give me a name. Give me what has he done?
Okay, just hold up here, okay?
All right,
bear with me here,
all right.
okay? Just a little bit. He loves horror. He hasn't actually made that many horror movies. His first movie was Wrong Turn 2, which, for a sequel in a Hillbilly Killer franchise, is a great movie, for the record. A lot of fun. He made Mayhem, which isn't really, it's kind of like Office Space with a rage virus. And his last movie is more horror, and I haven't watched it yet. It's Suitable Flesh. It's based off an H.P. Lovecraft story.
Suitable Flesh, if that's the movie, I think it is.
It just came out 2 years ago.
I saw this movie.
Oh, you did?
I did see this movie.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was okay.
Okay. So you're gonna keep him in C?
Brother, C is looking great for Joe Lynch.
Okay.
C is looking like he can thank me for C. With such hits as Wrong Turn 2.
Hey, have you seen it?
You tell me. You tell me what you thought about that movie.
I enjoyed it greatly.
All right.
It's probably my favorite in the Wrong Turn franchise.
The fact that you even know about these movies. Of
course I do.
Okay, fine.
I'm a slasher guy.
That's fine. Don Mancini.
Don Mancini, I don't know, man.
Mancini.
All he does is all the later Chucky movies. That's it.
Put him right in D if you tell me that.
Yeah, that's all he does. He does
Okay.
the Chucky TV show, and
Easy.
Then he did Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, and Cult of Chucky.
If that was lower than D on my list, I'd probably put him there.
And he wrote one episode, Tales from a Crypt. He wrote some episodes for Hannibal, just 2. He wrote 3 episodes for Channel Zero.
That put him a little bit higher up.
What season?
Yeah, what season? Hold on.
Yeah.
The season as I liked, or the seasons that I thought were too... Oof.
Let me see. Yeah, that's what I want to know. He helped co-write 2 episodes for the first season, which was Candle Code, and 1 episode for the second season.
Okay. He still stays at D.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna argue.
Neil Marshall. Give me a name.
I mean, The Cave, man. Or, sorry, The Descent.
The Descent?
The Cave's the ripoff movie.
Pretty solid B here.
Dog Soldiers.
Dog Soldiers I couldn't get into.
Okay.
Did you like Dog Soldiers?
I don't know. I saw it as a kid.
The Descent.
Doomsday's not a horror movie, but I love that movie.
Go on.
Centurion's not a horror movie. Tales of Halloween. You did one of the segments.
Which one?
Bad Seed.
Which one is that?
That
is that the one with a kid?
The pumpkins.
That's looking like a B, and he'll thank me for it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Steve.
And then I haven't seen any of his later ones.
Steve Miner.
Steve Miner. Oh man. You know I like Friday the 13th.
That's your boy?
That's mainly what he. Well, okay, let's go to it because I know he's done more than that, but that's.
Mm-hmm.
So he did part 2 and part 3. Part 2 is way better than 1. I have a special place in my heart for it. He did Warlock with Julian Sands. Just okay. It's a good B movie.
You're gonna have to give me more, Sam.
The original House.
Not Houseu. House.
Not Houseu, House. And a movie that I really like, and I don't know how you feel about it, but Lake Placid.
Lake Placid bumps him up to a C from a D for me.
Okay. I'm not going to disagree.
Okay. I like Lake Placid, but also it's a low blow because I'm afraid of water, like deep water movies.
Sure.
And lakes are particularly scary depending on their context. Those lakes can be really deep, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
No, you're right.
All right, Andy Muschietti. Muschietti. I don't know.
So he's the one who did the new It movies. Is mainly what he's known for.
It's kind of bleak.
And he did Mama.
It's looking really bleak.
And that's it.
It's looking like a D. It's looking like a D for me, dude.
Oh, and The Flash.
God, literally, who is this guy? No.
Okay.
No. He gets to be dead.
yeah,
No, he's in D because I
okay.
recognize him.
Okay.
This is fine. I'll put him in literally who just for the funsies though.
I mean the It movies were gorgeous.
All right. I don't know how you feel about this. I feel like Jordan Peele has a vision, and
he's
up there.
Horror.
He's up there.
Yeah.
There is so much. I could just do 2 hours of just me talking about the movie. Nope, by myself.
Automatically, you have to put him by John Carpenter.
Yes, you're right.
Thank you.
Okay. How do you feel about Sam Raimi? Yes, this is the one we're gonna fight over.
Fuck you, dude. This is put him in goddamn mess,
dude.
I ain't listening to nothing.
Okay,
I ain't even gonna argue it.
listen. The man made Evil Dead.
Sam's fighting for Sam. Yes,
helped make Evil Dead in such a way that it did reshape the face of horror. So by that definition, my own definition, the man deserves to be an S. However,
no, dude.
Can't
dock him points.
Give me something else
besides Evil Dead 2.
Yes.
Oh.
The man makes a good Spider-Man movie, and I will give him that. He makes
what Darkman.
I thought Darkman was okay.
The problem is he really left horror, you know.
That's part of the problem.
And when he came back, it wasn't.
Horror is not what it used to be.
No, and I was okay with Drag Me to Hell, but it wasn't.
Drag Me to Hell gets savaged because the special effects for the CG stuff is weird, and which is really fucked up because Sam Raimi is a special effects guy. He is the guy for special effects.
Right.
You know.
Well, yeah, he's worked a lot of good special.
Brother, George Romero is on this list, and George Romero worked with Sam Raimi.
I don't know. Ash,
Sam,
because he did Ash versus Evil Dead, dude, and that show's fucking amazing.
Sam, you gotta give me something, dude.
There's nothing else here, dude.
Okay,
for horror.
Look,
but just based on all that stuff alone.
Look, based on my criteria. Based on my own criteria for what deserves to be an S.
Out of everyone at the top of that S, he can go to the bottom of S, but he's still S.
Look, I'm the Evil Dead 2 guy. You're the Army of Darkness guy. All right, for reference, for
he's
context.
Not even the Army of Darkness.
That's fine if he's not. But by definition, Evil Dead 2 reshaped the face of horror.
Sure.
So that means he gets to be on S. One did too. Sure, one did too, but I mean, it's kind of cheating. because
Right, sure.
half of two is just one.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, a little less, like quarter.
like a quarter, sure. Look, he gets to stay on S.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Robert Rodriguez.
I mean, he hasn't made that many horror movies.
Give me one.
I mean, From Dusk Till Dawn, which I love.
Is that a horror movie?
Yeah, it definitely is a horror movie.
All right.
It's a weird horror
It's a weird horror movie. That's what I'm waiting for you to say. I'm waiting for you to chime
it's
in.
a horror movie. He made The Faculty, which I really love.
Dude, From Dusk Till Dawn turns into a vampire movie halfway through it,
Right. Yeah.
which is funny,
Right.
but it's not meant to be funny.
Oh, no. I mean, I see what you're saying, but you can have fun with it. But when I first saw it, I didn't feel like it was funny. I wasn't laughing at it. I was like, what?
I was laughing at it.
But yeah, as far as horror movies he's made, really, it's just Planet Terror, From Dusk Till Dawn, and The Faculty.
Dude,
And Planet Terror, I wasn't a big fan of.
brother, you're telling me this isn't a C?
Nah, he's B.
You want him in B?
Yeah.
All right. I'll leave him in B. And I'll tell you why, Sam. I like From Dusk Till Dawn. I just don't think I don't know. I think you could
I
have
don't think it's.
done something else. Instead of turning it into a vampire movie halfway through.
Maybe.
It's fine. It's funny that he did that. But that's not what I wanted in my horror movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, up to then, it was just like a crime noir movie.
Yeah, that's why it's funny that it halfway
Like a Quentin
through.
Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
Really. Who's obviously.
Well, he shouldn't be on this list. He's not on this list. Okay, look, B is fine for the man.
Yeah.
George Romero qualifies for
Yeah,
S
no,
purely based on the
I'll
fact
be
that his
talking about it.
his movie just completely reshaped the face of horror. This man was directing in black and white, and he still
Right.
made one of some of the most terrifying shit I've ever seen in my life. The original Dawn of the Dead,
Day.
100%.
Dead Night, Living Dead, Dawn, yeah. I like Day, too.
I like Day.
don't know shit, but-
Dawn of the Living Dead, Day of the Living Dead. I think Day of the Living Dead is a misunderstood movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Living Dead, and Day of the Living Dead. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Because Dawn was the mall,
And then, I mean,
creep show, yeah.
Yeah.
Dawn was the mall.
I hear Martin and the Crazies and Seasonal, which are good too. But
I think I've heard of Season of the Witch. I forget what that is.
But either way.
Either way, he reshaped the
Yeah,
face of
yes,
horror as is,
for
all right?
sure. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. How do you feel about Eli Roth?
Dude, I don't know how I feel about Eli.
I'll tell you how I feel about Eli Roth right now.
Eli Roth is a great horror historian.
Sure.
He's like he's got a wealth of knowledge. He knows a lot of stuff, but like I mean, I like Hostel.
And
It's not really horror.
not horror.
It's not really that scary. It's just kind of disturbing.
And
Cabin Fever, I hear, is like whatever.
Cabin Fever's a straight bad movie for me.
Yeah. The Green Inferno.
Green Inferno's a
shit,
fucking shit movie.
as far as I know. And then I had fun with Thanksgiving, but we've already established I'm kind of like a fucking slasher.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why I said I'll tell you what I feel about Eli Roth. He goes right into
Yeah.
D for me.
I'm not gonna disagree.
Cabin
with you.
Fever's like a fucking nightmare to watch.
Yeah.
Green Inferno is just a gross out movie.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan, how do you feel? How do you feel about this man?
Dude, I don't know,
Earnestly,
man.
how do you feel about this man? Because I'll tell you one thing, Sam. I will tell you right now.
Huh.
This man may qualify for S,
He might. I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you
and I'll tell you why.
because I mean,
The Sixth Sense
yeah, it's just
reshaped
They've changed, yeah, a lot of things.
a lot of things, but then after that, what do you got?
He's just had some bad. Because I mean, look, Sixth Sense, whatever, great, amazing movie.
Yeah,
Unbreakable,
I like Unbreakable.
Great movie.
Not a horror movie, but I like Unbreakable.
Not really.
I thought it was great.
Little horror. I mean, it's a grounded superhero movie.
Sure.
There's some, but it's not horror. Sure. Signs. I grew up on Signs. I like.
I don't like Signs, but I think it has stuff to it that might scare a 10-year-old.
Yeah, once you start getting to the village and Lady in the Water and the Happening, the Last Airbender, and After Earth, it's just like Jesus, dude.
Okay, here's what I want to know.
But when he came back with The Visit and Split,
okay,
like I like those.
He did Split
a lot.
Split is why he gets to be an S.
Okay.
Not just because you had like the peak of, oh my god, Sixth Sense is such a fucking good ass movie. Holy shit, this movie's awesome. And it's like, and then you were like, oh my god, The Happening, The Village, boom, boom, like boom, boom. And then Split is like, oh wow, what a movie. Like, wow. Like, yeah, it's not as good as Sixth Sense, but man.
The Visit too.
I like The Visit. I think The Visit was a good fake out movie.
Yeah. But unfortunately, you're gonna have to give me a second.
Okay. I have no idea who Radio Silence is. As far as I'm concerned, that's the stage name.
It's two people. They made a movie, but I can't remember what.
I will look it up since you're indisposed.
I'm pretty sure it's a good movie, but yeah, I have to run to the bathroom.
Go on. Go on. Oh, hell no. If these are the guys that made this movie, then they are on my shit list. Ooh, if I know who these guys are. Okay. I'll repeat myself once Sam is here, but number one, I really didn't like the original VHS movie. I'll tell you that much. I thought it was okay, and then I really didn't like it. The fact that I even see Ty West's name on this tells me everything I need to know. The fact that he was anywhere near this movie tells me what I needed to know. Never saw Devil's Due. No idea if it's any good. I want to like a movie like that for sure, but what puts this man? Okay, Ready or Not was a good movie. It's not a horror movie. It doesn't get to be on this list. What puts this man on my shit list is 100% Southbound. I hated this movie. I could not stand this movie in the slightest. The idea that all these characters. Nope. Nope, I did not like this movie at all. I thought this movie was underexplained and weird. I don't know why you're gonna have so many. And these guys directed the worst one of the skits in Southbound. No. Look, they get to be. I don't know. They get to be okay. They get to be out of the literally who tier. No, you know what? They don't get to be on literally who tier. The Ready or Not's not a fucking horror movie. They stay there. They stay there, and they'll thank me for it. How about that? Yeah, they made VHS. Great. Awesome. There's like one VHS skit that I like. Did these guys make Grave Encounters? No, they didn't. Colin Minihan did. What else did you make, Colin Minihan? Nothing. You made a movie called Z. I think I saw that one, actually. Yeah, despite the fact that I don't know much about this guy, some of these movies that are on his list are pretty cool, actually. Oh wait, these are shorts. Never mind. Yeah, whatever. It's got to be more than that. Ooh, what is this? This looks good. This is out already? Hmm. The Woman in the Yard. Let's see. Oh, this is a Blumhouse production? Christ. Okay. This movie's out actually out in theaters right now. That's weird. Hmm. Okay. I mean, it seems fine. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, they're making a whole ass Until Dawn movie. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that comparison. I don't think I would compare that movie to The Babadook. For sure, I think The Babadook had something else going on. Something better. Okay.
Okay. Wait.
Oh,
Whew, talk about Hershey explosion.
excellent.
Where were
I put Radio Silence in the literally Who tier.
we? Okay.
I looked up their filmography. They don't get to be on higher than literally Who, because I had to figure out that they were the guys that made the VHS series, and I had to figure out that they're the guys that made Ready or Not. Ready or Not doesn't get to qualify them for higher than literally Who, even though I like that movie.
And Southbound.
And I was distraught to find out that they had made Southbound. That was the movie that made me go.
And Scream 2022.
Then that was the movie that made me go, okay, well, what else? Like, hello? What do we do?
Okay. Fair enough.
Tommy Lee Wallace?
I know that name. He's a friend of Nick Garris's.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Let's hear it.
He's the guy who directed Halloween 3.
I mean,
Sure.
that puts him at A for me.
Well.
What else did he make? Because I'll knock him down.
Max Headroom.
Okay.
No, 2 episodes. Okay, let's see. Anvil. No, he's a writer. Halloween 3. Fright Night Part 2. Not that great. Vampire Los Muertos. It's just a vampire movie starring Bon Jovi.
Go on.
And that's it.
He stays at A.
Television.
IMO.
Oh, right. He directed the It miniseries.
Stays at A.
Yeah.
I thought the It movie
Okay.
series was okay.
No, I don't disagree with you.
James Wan. How do you feel about this man?
Well, dude, I mean, after that last movie, I don't know.
Dude, he can thank me for being at C after that last movie.
I'm gonna give you this.
Dude, because what was it? Malignant?
Yeah,
What a piece of shit.
Yeah, let's see.
What?
He directed the original Saw, Dead Silence, Insidious, The Conjuring, Insidious 2, Conjuring 2, Malignant. That's it.
By definition, I mean, I like Conjuring.
It's Saw,
I like Saw.
Conjuring's great. Original Saw is great.
Like, I'll do him a favor, put him B. Right?
Okay.
Because I like Conjuring and I like Saw. The original Saw I thought was revolutionary for its time.
Yeah, for sure.
So he gets to be put at B.
And since we're talking now, why not just bring up Leywano?
Where do you want Ty West?
Oh, dude, I don't know.
What do you want? Where do you want Ty West?
Okay, let's talk here.
Okay. I'm listening. I'm all ears.
Now, if we were just going off, I know me and you feel different about this movie, but if we were just going off House of the Devil and The Sacrament and X, I haven't seen Pearl and Maxine yet. But I heard it. If we were going just on that, I would argue that he's an A. However, he made The Innkeepers. And I remember watching that movie with you, and I kept like, no, dude, it's going to get better. Something's going to happen.
That's why I'm hovering over D.
It's going to happen.
You shouldn't have said that.
Nothing happened. It's true, though. I mean,
No. I mean, like, you shouldn't have reminded me that he made Innkeepers.
it dropped. Look, The Innkeepers shouldn't drop him.
Okay, how about C? How much do you really like those 3 movies?
I really like The House of the Devil a lot.
Let me remind
The
myself.
Sacrament. Huh?
Let me remind myself what The House of the Devil is.
X was a fresh take on, guess what, slashers. which
Wait,
I've been
he made
apologizing
this
for.
movie?
Yeah, this movie.
Ooh, man, now I'm conflicted. I like this movie.
Yeah. It's a really good
I
movie.
think I'd actually like this movie a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Sacrament.
That's the found footage movie with the Jonestown Massacre.
Oh, I didn't like that movie at all.
Yeah, I know. That's the one I was saying.
Fuck, this guy's all over the place.
Like he is, and that's why I'm like, I don't know. If I were just going off House of Devil on X, I'd say A for sure. And for me, Sacrament also, but not.
Dude, he's 2 and 2. I don't know how you could like the Sacrament.
So then that's mid. That's B, right?
No, B is not mid. We're giving him a gamer rating here, dude.
Okay, fine.
God, he's 2 and 2 for me. If I liked the Sacrament more, then I would have probably bumped him up to a B. But I did not like that movie. Let me just make sure I'm talking shit about the right movie. Okay, yeah. No, I did not like this movie.
No, I know. We talked about it.
All right, who is this guy? Is he a Saw movie guy?
He's the writer for Saw. He's a friend of James, but he made the first one he directed was Insidious Chapter 3 and whatever. Then he did Upgrade, which a lot of people really like, and then The Invisible Man, which I know me and you liked. But then he made The Wolfman, which apparently I haven't seen, but I've heard horrible things.
I like The Invisible Man.
Yeah, that's great. I really like that.
But I don't know if that qualifies him for higher than C. What was the second movie you told me?
Upgrade.
I don't think it qualifies him for higher than C.
Okay.
You think that's too harsh?
I don't know. I mean, I have you seen the new Wolfman movie?
No, did you?
No.
Are you going to?
Probably.
We'll revisit this, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I won't argue.
Look, I could make a much better list than this guy. I'm just not even straight up. I don't see a single Osgood Perkins on here.
No.
I don't see Dario Argento on here. I don't see. I'll get back to that one. I had a name and then it slipped out of me.
Okay.
Adam Wingard.
Yeah.
Who? What did he make?
You're Next. We definitely watched. The Guest I've been meaning to watch. Well, that's more of a thriller. The one where they're out at that at the house and then they get attacked by assailants in masks.
Dude, you just described The Strangers to me.
Yeah, but it's a little different.
I don't remember this movie.
The one that ends with spoilers, people. Her setting a trap and the cops tripping it and killing one of them.
I don't remember this movie.
Oh, okay. Well, we're already off to a horrible start.
I really don't remember this movie.
You're gonna hate him even more because he also directed the Death Note live action.
He stays there. He stays there.
Godzilla versus Kong.
There's no way I saw this movie with you. What is this movie?
You saw it.
What is this movie? How did I not?
You saw
How
it.
did I not remember anything about this movie?
With me.
Oh wait,
I could pull out the Spooktober list.
Wait. Oh, I remember this scene actually. I think he walks into the neighbor and the neighbor's just kind of like listening to music or something.
I think you're right.
Okay, whatever. He stays at Liverpool.
Okay.
Edgar Wright.
I mean, he's mainly there for freaking Shaun of the Dead, which is,
That it?
peak horror comedy. I mean, it's not it, but he doesn't do a lot of horror, dude. I don't even really.
That's
know
what I'm saying. Like, not that it, as in like, oh no, Shaun of the Dead is the only. No, it's like,
let's see. Shaun of the Dead, yeah, kind of horror. Hot Fuzz, not horror. Scott Pilgrim, not horror. World's End, not horror. Baby Driver, not horror. Sparks Burst, not horror. Late Night in Soho is supposedly horror. So he's only done 2. Shaun of the Dead and Last Night in Soho, I'm sorry.
Shaun of the Dead is a really, really good movie.
Yeah.
But one movie.
Yeah.
If I look up, look.
Super influential.
If I look up Late Night in Soho and I see
Last night.
Sorry, if I look up Last Night in Soho and I see crime, thriller, or suspense in the movie tags, then
It says British psychological horror.
Last Night in Soho. Oh, okay, horror mystery. Okay, how about we leave him at B?
Okay.
All right.
Make more horror, Edgar.
Yeah,
Put you way higher.
put him way higher if he made more horror, but he made two horror movies.
Go back.
Go back to it. Just keep doing it.
Or don't.
Shaun of the Dead's not really actually horror, anyways. But I didn't want to say that. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine.
It's still got some good.
It's fine.
Moments.
It's fine.
Why the fuck we leave Rob Zombie for last?
Because he's your guy.
He's not my guy.
Okay, then what? You want me to just plunk him right onto D?
Okay, look. Let's give him a fair shake here, okay?
Go on.
He's made. Monsters doesn't count as horror. He's made. That doesn't count as horror.
Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 horror movies.
Okay.
How many of them can you name?
Halloween. Devil's Rejects. Hills Have Eyes remake.
No.
No. House of a Thousand Corpses.
Right. So, Devil's Rejects is a great movie, and I grew up on that.
Okay.
House of a Thousand Corpses is kind of rough, and you can watch it. I had to watch it several times to appreciate it more, but even then, it's not like it's the best thing.
Uh-huh.
Halloween remakes,
Dude, we tried watching it.
I gotta leave them. Two was crap. One, I watched in theaters. It's okay, but whatever. Where's Salem shit? I think 31 is whack, and 3 from Hell I don't even want to watch. So
I thought Lords of Salem
Yeah,
was
just
supposed to
put
be
him in.
okay.
is it? I don't know.
I don't know. This is your
I
guy.
don't think so. He's not my
Why
guy.
the fuck is Ridley Scott not on this list?
I don't know. You're the one who found this list.
I know, but that was the third guy I was thinking of. I don't even like Ridley Scott because of what he's fucking done to the Aliens
yeah,
franchise.
it's not like he's made that many horror movies either.
Yeah, but there's people on here that made one.
That's true.
There's people on here that made one horror movie, and even then it was available.
I'm okay with Rob one.
Okay, so we're at the end of our selection here. Although, again, like I said, if I made this list, I'd do it much better. I would have put Osgood Perkins in there.
Sure.
And I would have put Dario Argento at the very least for me, because I'm a big Osgood Perkins guy. I really like Osgood Perkins. Put that on a shirt. Send it to me. Right?
So you already saw The Monkey?
I'm going to watch The Monkey.
Oh.
But everything he's done, I really like. Black Coat's Daughter is a good-ass movie. Long Legs is a good-ass movie. I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House or the Walls or whatever the fuck. It's okay. It's fine. And I hear The Monkey is okay. It's fine. But I really like Long Legs. I think about that movie a lot.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I think about that movie a lot.
But he's not here.
But he's not here. So I would have put him there. Dario Argento immediately would have been in an S tier. Like right there, like smack dab, right there. No question.
No question.
Man revolutionized fucking horror, and also he's a good ass musician. No, that's
Well, there
Ennio
it is.
Morricone. Anyways,
Yeah, I was going to say that.
It's fine.
But he hires good musicians.
sure, he has the taste for it, like John Carpenter sometimes does. But he does his own music, so he doesn't really count. All right, go look, glance through this list and tell me if you want to make any changes. I want to knock Tim Burton down to D.
Yeah, that's okay.
Brother, I'm sorry, but you don't get to.
It's not enough. It's not enough for
Not enough.
me. Yeah, I don't feel strongly enough for me, at least.
Okay. I think the most important part is that our S and our A ranks are are pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I wouldn't move any of those.
Everything else is like whatever.
The only one I might move is Ari, but again, I gotta watch both.
I gotta watch both. That's the thing. You know, A24. I don't know how you feel about this, but A24 has never steered me wrong.
There's so many of them, though.
But
Can't even watch them.
But the ones I've watched have never steered me. Even Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Unicorn wasn't that good.
Even Bodies, Bodies, Bodies was a good ass fucking movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though I was like, what is going on? And then when you figure it out, you're like, this is great. It's exactly what I mean when I say it's a will they, won't they movie. They definitely did.
Yeah, it's true.
But A24 has never steered me wrong.
Nope.
So, Ari Aster gets to stay there. Bo is afraid. I gotta watch that movie. And maybe, you know what? I like weirdo, esoteric movies. I'll probably love that movie.
Yeah.
But it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee.
We can just try to watch that tomorrow.
Do you want to?
Oh,
it's a 3-hour movie.
Let me get back to it. That's why, I mean, where else except my house?
Okay. But, you know, to wrap it up here, if we ever do this again, I'll make the list because I didn't like a lot of these people that were on this list, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I would have put Greg. What is his name? Bone Tomahawk guy.
His name's not Greg.
No. What is his name?
It's shit.
Zagler.
Yeah. Craig S. Zoller.
Craig. That's why I was saying Greg. Craig S. Zoller. I would have put him on this list. He qualifies. Bone Tomahawk is a good ass fucking movie.
Yeah, that's true. S. Craig Zoller.
S. Craig Zoller. That's it.
Yeah, Steven. Craig.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's been in director jail, so
that's fine. We're hoping, we're praying for S. Craig Zoller. Zagler. Look, if we ever do this again, not only will we do this with more people, but I will have a more presentable list. I know my Sam.
I knew most of these, which was nice, I guess.
That's cool, but I'm terrible with names.
But not Late Janiac.
Dude, sorry. It's not even a thing. It's not even like look, the girl that made, I'm terrible with names. The girl that made the Babadook should have been on this list.
Yeah, no.
I really liked her fucking movie. I thought that was a great ass movie. Don't know her name, but I'd have put her ass on this list. She made a good ass movie.
It is Jennifer Kent. Yeah.
It's a good ass movie. And that was like her first movie, I think. So, you know. But anyways, in summation here. If we ever do this again, I'll have more people around and I'll have a better list. There will come to blows about Sam Raimi again.
No, let's not.
Brother, you want that, but guess what? It's gonna happen.
What?
No,
we don't need to do that.
All right.